Hi, I'm Ted from Everything Attachments, and we're today with the Ansung backhoes. They make several different sizes, including subframes that fit the Kubota tractors. Now that there's so many products being made in South Korea, even the New Holland tractor, the Bobcat tractor, of course, Coyote's there, LS is there. There's a lot of companies in class tractor, and their attachments are first class also. Now that we're receiving them in containers, we're able to pass the discount on to you. We've got this mounted on a Bobcat 450 tractor. Bobcat gives us tractors to use for our videos, and we really appreciate Bobcat for that. They're a first class company. The part of the trick of getting the backhoe to start with is helping us size it right for your tractor, because it wouldn't matter if this backhoe was on a 100 horsepower tractor, because obviously the backhoe can't damage that large of a tractor. But you don't want the backhoe to be too large for the tractor, where you, especially when you're 3-point hitch mounting it, where you're stressing your tractor more than you should be. So this is a 450 Bobcat. This digs 8 feet 9 inches, and this is about as large of a backhoe as I would put on that tractor. They make bigger backhoes, but I wouldn't put them on it. You could certainly use a smaller backhoe on this size of tractor if you wanted to, because it would still dig at the rate of the backhoe and couldn't hurt the tractor. Subframes are always a good thing if you've got them available for your particular model of tractor. On the Ansung backhoe, it comes with the ears already mounted on here, so if you want to add a grapple or a thumb, you can easily. The brackets are already here. We keep them in stock. And they do a lot of things that are done on the Bobcat loader, which I like, which are they cut the holes in the plates that go on the main structure, and they do what's called a plug weld. It gives it a lot of strength, and it gathers strength that's set from just the outside rims, where they're laminating steel to make it thicker and more rigid. The buckets have replaceable teeth, 2 bolts on each teeth. The stabilizers, when they're lifted, if you'll notice here, there's a point, and that would be the size that you would want to be down if you wanted to get a really good grip in some dirt. There is a square pad, is what's down right now. There's 2 holes right here. You can bolt a rubber pad into that if you're going to be working on off the street, like the city workers have to do. The older style backhoes used to use a chain across here to operate the left and right, and now almost everybody's gone to the cylinders, and that's the best way of doing it by far. This particular model does have the dual cylinders, left and right, for your swing control to give you that extra strength and speed. I like the way they've laminated this all the way in here. Kind of giving you the laminated design, where it's just like a big huge plug weld with these extra gussets on here, especially back here at the back. They're using good quality cylinders. All of the South Korean stuff, and it's not Chinese stuff, and I don't sell Chinese stuff any more than I have to for a few components on some things that I just can't find anywhere else. The South Korean made stuff is really good stuff, and even if you know, and I don't like bringing anything into the USA that's not U.S. made. But if you like tractors and are going to buy a new tractor, unfortunately, no matter what the name, you're not going to get a compact tractor made in the United States. At very best, you may get one that's assembled. The New Holland tractor used to be made by Shibara in Japan and then assembled in Georgia there at the end. They called it American made. You can call it what you want. All the components that make up the drivetrain were Japanese. Now everything is South Korean. It's coming in pretty much assembled. John Deere does still operate an assembly plant in Georgia, where they put components together from all over the world. Countries you like and countries you don't, whichever. But so at Everything Attachments, our attachments, we want everything to be made here. We make it only 4 miles away from here in our manufacturing facility. Things like this that are so complicated and not a huge volume seller, we probably will never make a backhoe. Never say never, but it's just a lot of components here for a medium-sized market, and we've got a lot of other things to do on our minds. So we like the Ansung backhoes. We also have their tillers, a lot of other different attachments that they make. pallet forks. Now that we're buying them in the container, you're seeing the prices drop on our website. Especially with a backhoe, you need to know to get it right, the right size for your tractor to start with. And then when you go to set it up on your tractor, the most important thing, because the worst thing about a 3-point hitch backhoe, setting it up and putting it back on, is the top link is rigid. Regardless of where you set this, you don't simply wind out your top link to hook it up and everything's good. This is made out of 1-inch steel up here. It has multiple holes with adjustments about every 3/16 of an inch, so you can adjust this backhoe to where it's level. Now once you put a rigid top link on there, this backhoe, even if I pick up the back of the tractor, the hitch will not lift on the bottom. You're putting all the force on your top link. So what you want to do once you get your backhoe is decide about how high you want it off the ground. If you want to be able to get all the digging depth in the world you can out of it, then you can make it lower. But you're going to need to remember you can't go over terraces and stuff as well if you make it that low. You can make it that low and still be able to adjust it level if you want to do that for particular reasons. Normally, I like to have it about 14 inches off the ground. I do the bottom bars, hook those up, and then adjust the top link accordingly so my backhoe is still sitting square. You've got your dual lever controls, your joysticks, just like a standard backhoe, and your 2 arms here for your stabilizers. Peanut, if you would jump up on here and fire it up, and we'll just show them how everything moves. You do have locking pins for transport, so it can't leak down on you while it's in transport. And I'm going to stand out of Peanut's way while he's... Bobcats have a really big hydraulic pump on them, and it operates. As you'll see, people used to worry about needing a PTO pump on the back of them. And with any new compact tractor, you're going to see that the gallons per minute have been so much improved over what the older tractors used to be. With a piston pump, these new gear pumps, even at an idle, are going to operate everything at full speed. All right, so there's also a lock to keep it from swinging left to right while you're hauling it. Now when you're hauling it by law, and I'm not sure on the little backhoes, but if it's a full-size backhoe, it's supposed to be chained to where the backhoe can't swing off of the trailer. And it also has holes in the back of the bucket, so if you're in a muddy type of ground, it doesn't suck, it gives it air so it'll come back out. Now bring it up close, Peanut, and pick up the back, roll it down flat, bring up the back end of your tractor. Go ahead and just pick up the back of the tractor here so you can see how much force that it does have. All right, so you can see he's got the back of the tractor picked up. The tires are loaded on this tractor, which adds about another 1,200 pounds to the back of this tractor. So it's a strong backhoe. It's capable of doing a lot of work. So now bring up your stabilizer bars. And you can see what I meant on this. You've got the pointed side here if you're going to be on asphalt, and you've got the pockets right here with the holes that you can put the rubber strips in. So it's a great backhoe. If you look at the pricing, you can buy it any color, basically for any tractor. If you want to wait on it, I stock the gray. If it's a subframe mounted model, I stock it in orange for the Kubotas. You can get custom colors, may take a little extra time, may cost a little extra money because I'm able to get these in containers. I think chassis gray looks good on everything, so that's pretty much the color I've gone with. Just give us a call or an email. We'll be happy to help you at Everything Attachments.